In this video, we're talking about business credit for your Airbnb rental arbitrage business, so stay tuned. Vacation Rental Machine helps hosts just like you learn how to start, grow, and scale your short-term rental business. This show is all about creating systems that help you automate your business, giving you more time and money freedom. If you're ready to start living the vacation rental life, then subscribe to this podcast today. Come and join us on our Facebook group, The Host Nation, where we'll be talking about starting, automating, and scaling a short-term rental business. Now, on to the show. Hey, welcome back, Host Nation, to another episode of Vacation Rental Machine. I'm Julian Sage with my partner, John Bell, and today we're talking about business credit, credibility, Dun & Bradstreet, all of these things that are relevant when you are approaching maybe larger landlords like apartment complexes, REITs that are looking for some type of background, some type of credibility. So, John, what is exactly a business credit for people that just have never heard of that before? If someone asks you like, hey, what's your business credit look like? Or, do you have a Dun & Bradstreet? When someone approaches you like that, what exactly are they looking for?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of gave a clue to the name. It's Dun & Bradstreet, D&B. D&B is like what Experian, Equifax, and all those other things for our personal credit. They are there for our business credit, which means when you establish a business, you actually have to go out and tell them, hey, turn on my D&B number for this business. And that should be one of the first steps that you do. You actually contact them. You tell them, hey, this is your business. This is your ID. This is exactly the code that you use to operate under, which is basically the business category. And then they set up a number for you. Of course, when you go out and apply for places, they're going to ask you, hey, what's your Dun & Bradstreet? You'll give them this number and they possibly won't return anything at all. But that's still good because you are set up to establish yourself for business credit. One of the things that most people don't know is with Dun & Bradstreet, you're able to pump information to them. So if you have a company card already, that maybe you didn't have a Dun & Bradstreet number before, but now you do, you can tell them, hey, go to this creditor and pull my information from them to populate it into my history. That's one thing that they can do. It is a paid service by them, so you do have to pay for that, but it is something that can help you get your business credit established.
So, John, so you should already have an LLC or some type of entity formed prior to even applying for a D&B number?
That's absolutely correct. Yes, you need to have your entity stood up. Your EIN needs to be in place. You need to know the addresses of everything before you go and start to apply. It's just a simple online form that you can fill out. It takes about 2 to 3 days, and they'll send you a number in your email.
So D&B, just to kind of recap, is like your credit for your own personal, but as opposed to, you going and applying for a lease on a property, and they might run a credit check on you to see if you are going to be a, qualified person that can, make these monthly payments. A D&B is them basically running a type of credit check on your business setup. And what you're saying is if you don't have like any history because maybe you're a new business and they run that report, they might run that back and they might say, hey, there's nothing on your D&B, report. And that's when you might be interested in paying for a service or establishing through setting up a dedicated like checking account with a credit card associated with that business. And again, this isn't something that can necessarily happen overnight or a month. This is something that is a little bit more longer term, but there are services out there that you could pay for that help speed the process up along. So what other things can you do with business credit and a D&B number?
Well, after you get it, I mean, it's just like using your regular credit report. It's just for your business. That means if you're going out and trying to get leases, those landlords or management companies can actually pull that information from there. If you wanted to go out and possibly get like supplies for your business, you can use that as well to get credit cards, to even purchase a car if you want to purchase a car. It's just where everything is kind of going to get tracked. If you have invoices that are paid out and received by big time companies, you can actually record that stuff there. So it's one of those things. It just helps you paint a financial picture of the business for somebody else that just wants to look up somewhat of your business credibility. So this is really what this is about, is credibility.
And one of the common questions that I hear, John, is, I don't have a DNB number set up. I don't have any business credit, but, this apartment complex, this landlord, they're asking me, for some type of, verification. Should I be using my own personal credit history, or should I let them run my own personal credit report? Like, what do I do in this type of situation?
Well, because you can actually get a DMB number fairly quickly, you should definitely go out and get the number. You should have something for them to search. And even if it doesn't come up with anything, at least you have it in place. Now you can say, yes, I'm already established as a business. However, my business really just operates a little bit more on a cash basis. So we don't necessarily need those big credit lines or anything like that to kind of operate and be successful in what we do. Or you can definitely just say, hey, yes, I've only started my business a couple months ago. However, we're ready to give you a larger security deposit just for your security. And if you can actually help us out and file against our DNB number, that way we can establish the credit that we're looking for. You can do it that way. In some cases, you might have to do a personal guarantee if the place doesn't necessarily like to see nothing on your DNB number. And that is absolutely fine when you're starting out. But as you start to grow, you kind of want to pull away from that because it's not the standard that you want to carry throughout the business.
I'm actually going to include in the description box a resource that we use in our own business for setting up our LLCs, our different companies. It's probably the cheapest option that I've found compared to one of the more popular ones like LegalZoom. So definitely you can check that resource out. Use it if you're interested in. Definitely help support the channel since that is an affiliate. But it is one that we use because it is very affordable. So question of the day, do you have your LLC set up, and what is the name of your company? Leave it in the comments section down below. And until next time, Host Nation, keep on hosting.
Hey, Host Nation, would you like to work directly with Julian and I to help you start and scale your own short-term rental business? Go to shorttermsage.com/coaching to attend our step-by-step training and learn how we can work together. Looking forward to talking to you soon.
Hope you hosts found value in this episode. If you did, please go on over to iTunes and leave us a review, as that would greatly support the show. If you'd like to connect with John, the community, and I, then go on over to our Facebook group, The Host Nation. Talk to you hosts in the next episode. Keep on hosting.